Alright, so for today I have another fireplace makeover for you. This one is using the Ledger stone panels once again. This is a different color. This one's called California Gold. The panels that I'm using this time are a little bit more irregular in the face. They vary anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch thick out to almost 2 inches thick. So you get a lot of variation in the face of it if you look at it from the side profile. These panels are also about 6 inches tall by about 24 inches wide on average, so each panel represents a square foot. If you look at the other video that I did before with the Ledger panels, the faces are not quite as irregular. I think it varies anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch out to about 1.25 inches, something like that, so it's a lot more uniform on the face when you look at it from the profile. I get these panels from different places. I've been using Premier Stone here in Charlotte, North Carolina, that I go and pick them up from, but you can find a lot of these on Amazon.com. You can order them. You're probably going to end up paying quite a bit of freight on them because it is stone and they do have to ship these in special trucks. It can't just come from UPS or FedEx or DHL or the post office. It's got to come on usually a flatbed truck or an 18-wheeler truck, so the expense of having these delivered can be kind of up there a little bit. If you can find a local manufacturer or a local supplier that actually has a showroom you can go into and take a look at some of their panels to pick what you'd want to put on your fireplace, and then you can pick them up from there locally. That'll save you a lot of freight, but they're still going to have to factor in some freight because a lot of these places that sell the stone don't actually keep it in stock because there are a lot of choices out there and they are so big and bulky and heavy to store, and a lot of people just don't have that size warehouse. Anyway, with this this fireplace was in great working order. It was a wood burning fireplace. It had a large box, a large fire box. I think it was about 42 inches wide by about 33 or 32 inches tall. It was a brick raised hearth that was about 22 inches deep and about 6 feet plus wide. It was just dated. They had an old brass set of doors on it, and brass is all from the 90s, and it was all the rage then, but now it's not. So they wanted those doors removed, and they wanted some oil rub bronze or some antique dark bronze looking doors. I ordered some of those from Amazon. Once again, you can find lots of things on there. I ordered the new doors, got those in, and since this was going to be flush against the wall, and you would be able to see the outside edges of the stone on the left side and the right side, I decided to trim these out with two 1-inch by 6-inch pieces of rough cut cedar. I made legs going vertically up the left side and the right side to sort of encase that and frame it. Put the Ledger stone around the veneer of the hearth, as well as going all the way from the hearth up to the ceiling in between the cedar legs. And then I built a custom rough cut cedar mantle that's about 6 inches thick, about 8 inches deep, and it ended up being almost 7 feet across, which is a pretty substantial size mantle. And then I built the box. I attached it to the wall. You just mount a 2x4 to your studs on the wall, and your box, the cavity that's going to be in your box, because you won't put the back side on this box when you build it, that just sits right over the top of the 2x4, and then you just nail it or screw it in place to attach it to the 2x4, thereby transferring the load to the wall where it's screwed into the studs, if that makes sense. To attach the Ledger panels to the old brick as well as the sheetrock, where it converts from brick to sheetrock above it, I just use construction adhesive. Now you can find these in tubes, a lot like you can find caulk in tubes. They fit into a standard size caulk gun, and there are literally dozens of different brands and types of this construction adhesive: outdoor, indoor, for marine purposes, non-marine purposes, high temp, fast setup, fastest initial tack. The Loctite brand says that it attaches and grabs a lot quicker than any of the other companies like Liquid Nails or somebody like that. But then the cure times are different, the dry times are different, the amount of time that you can actually move the piece around after you've attached it to the wall is different. Different colors, white, beige, gray, clear. You can find all kinds of different colors depending on the application. Be careful which one you pick, because you might get into some trouble here and there if you pick the wrong one. They even make this stuff to be able to attach glass to glass, mirrors to glass, mirrors to stone. There's all sorts of those you can find. You can find them at Lowe's, at Home Depot, Ace Hardware. You can even find them at some paint stores. Some paint stores will sell them. But anyway, this was a really great transition. I did it, you know, inside of 2 days. It was really about a day and a quarter to a day and a half at the most. The customers were really happy with it. They were thrilled. I think it turned out excellent. The caps that I used for the hearth to go on top were cultured stone. Again, I get those from a local supplier, and they are anywhere from 1 7/8 to about 2 1/8 inch thick. So they do have a slight variance in them, just depending on how full they make the molds, because these are all man-made, poured by hand. They have lightweight aggregates in them to add strength and rigidity, and then it's just basically Type S Portland cement with you know, color dust added to it to give it a brown or red or a white or a green or a gray or whatever color you might be going for. These were actually called a dark brown, even though they're more of a medium brown. Again, I attached those using quite a liberal amount of construction adhesive on top, being that that is a high traffic area. People like to sit on their hearth. But these are just some of the things that we've been doing here at OurHouse Makeovers and Handyman Services. We've been doing the channel now for over 2 years, and OurHouse Makeovers has been going strong. We're getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of local jobs, a lot of variation in the type of jobs that we do. And fireplace season is kind of going out, so coming up here soon, I should be getting into some of the outdoor stuff since spring is upon us. I should be doing some fire pits, some patios, some things with pavers, planter boxes, you know, maybe some retaining walls, maybe some columns, you know, things like that, outdoor grills. So stay tuned. I'll keep some more coming. And until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to like this video. Click thumbs up down below it. Don't forget to share it on social media and find us on social media to follow us. Send us some questions. Send us some comments. We love hearing from you. Thanks. See you next time.